Okay, welcome back to the show. I am the ichiMoka trader. I trade off the ichiMoku strategy with a couple more of my own indicators, which created the ichiMoka strategy. So I'm just going to jump right into it. I've increased the quality of the recordings so that you can see better on the charts, which means I need to make this very quick. So here we go. I'm going to start with the first one here, IMPP. We took 5 trades on the day, 2 with IMPP and then 3 with PIK. IMP came up on the scans, and PIK was actually something that I had on the watch list from previous days trading. So we're looking for a bit of continuation on PIK. A lot of the other traders also, Ross Cameron and Relentless Trader RT, they were also on this trade. So let's take a look. First, I start with IMPP, and we'll just move ahead quickly here. I'm going to show you the actual trades. So as you can see on my screen, I have my time and sales here, and then I have what I use is the book trader in interactive brokers. So I can just click on where I want. So when I make my entry, so let's just take a look here, and we'll just move ahead. And okay, so on this candle here, I was waiting for the cross on the RSI stochastics below the 10, and we got that. Then the blue moves back up. As that blue is moving back up, I'm making I'm in the book trader over here. I'm waiting for the 278 at the time. So I bought at the 278. I click my button. I'm automatically filled for the size that I wanted, which was 100 at the time. I don't even think that's on, yeah, it's IMPP. So anyways, I got filled at 278. And my strategy, the ichiMoka strategy, it requires that you constantly are moving your stop and also looking at your profit takers. So in this situation here, I ended up moving my stop. We'll see here. Next candle. Okay, so at this point, I'm moving my stock to the 273. Was basically the bottom of this candle. So I moved it to the 273. I kind of split the difference all the time. A lot of traders would just go to the height or the height of the last candle, or I kind of split the difference between everything. So I just quickly grab my my stop here and I move it up. So I moved it up to the 273, and yeah, I got taken out actually on that candle right there. So it was fairly quick. I was in and out of there for a nice loss of $50. So I took 1,000 shares of that. I bought it 278. I sold at 273, and I was out with a $50 loss. The next trade was the same trade. I don't know why I go in the same one all the time. So this one here definitely was a bad move. So we'll give ourselves a smack. That's no good. Okay, so we're going to continue on here. Let's go to the next trade. I'm still looking at this same one, and I'm not sure exactly why. I was anticipating the break of the VWAP here. We broke through the VWAP, and I was thinking we're going to come right back up through it. This wasn't a great move, but it's still, all of my indicators were lined up. I have the green forwarding cloud here. I have the blue indicator in the ichiMoku above the orange. Okay, I have a clear lagging indicator, clear of the current cloud that it's there, as well as it's clear of any of the price action. So this one here is something that I am still looking long. I also have the 50 that's crossed above the 200. I'm looking for a longer move. Here I'm above the midpoint of the MACD. You can see that this is looking long, and I'm also crossing here again under the 10. So the blue crossing above on the 10. Let me bring that up a little closer. So there you go. You can see an obvious turn here. Now, normally I wait until it comes into the blue. This blue line comes back and crosses back into the blue before I go along. It's a bit more of a confirmation. Wasn't really following because I'm getting used to this new book trader, so I'm kind of a little mixed up a bit. But in the end, let's take a look and see what happened. So I'm waiting for a green candle to come up here and stop so that I can move my stop up. So I did have my stop here at 252. It did not get filled, so that's a good thing in a way, because it did kind of come back up a bit here. I still didn't get taken out at that point. I got taken out on this candle. For whatever reason, that's when the fill happened, so that's the way it is. So in at 260, again, IMPP, 1,000 shares. Well, I bought at $2.60 a share. I'm out at $2.54 a share for a 6-cent loss. That's minus 60. So I'm already down 110 on the day. Feeling a bit glum, but that's okay. That deserves another slap because nobody likes that. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at the next trades on PIK. So PIK was something a lot of the other traders were on, and it's something I traded this week. I believe it was this week. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. We're going to just move ahead with the candles. I'm looking here for a cross again under the RSI stochastic. I need to see that cross below the 10, your 80 and your 10. So your 10 is right there. All right, so I'm waiting for an entry point. Let's take a look at what happens. Okay, so here I was in my trader here again. I bought at 262? Yeah, 262 is where I bought. And I immediately, as you know, I would prefer to take a low loss if it doesn't break out. Okay? If it doesn't break out, you bail out. And a lot of traders talk about it, but they don't actually follow it. So here, I went long. I was filled at 262 with 1,000 shares. I'm seeing these topping wicks, which I don't exactly love. But I do have all my other parameters set up. Green cloud in the front. We're above the MACD, and we're crossing back into on the stochastic. So I feel this is a good point of entry. I immediately, at the end of this candle, that green candle there, I immediately move my stop. Actually, let's see. Okay, I immediately move my stop to break even at 260. 2. And immediately move my stop to 262. I'm thinking that this one's going to open higher and start to move. Unfortunately, it came right back down. So I got out 262 on that one for 0. So I didn't make anything, didn't lose anything. Let's continue on. I'm still looking at this one for long because there's a lot of momentum traders in this. I feel that it can make a break. So we'll continue. Okay, I really liked this candle here. We do have an increase in volume over what we've been seeing, and it is a nice green candle. So I'm looking for an entry point. We've already crossed below on the 10. It didn't cross back down, so I'm thinking this is the point where we can go long. I was filled. Let's just move that over. I was filled here on that candle, right? At 690. Sorry. 690. So it's actually filled. Move that. right there. So I was filled at the end of that candle at 690, and it came up quickly as it was coming up. And I'm watching here on stochastic. We haven't even reached past the midpoint on the stochastic RSI, and it's gone up pretty good. So what I was doing, I actually went to grab my my stop, and I started moving it up way past my entry point, and it reversed in this candle here. I got taken out as I was moving the stop up. I still have to get used to exactly how I'm going to put that in, whether I want to do the drag or whether I want to do a actually just click on the order and then change it within the order. I think I might do that in the future, because as this was kind of bouncing around on this candle, that's when I got taken out. So anyways, that turned out to be a great trade, even though I didn't get out when I wanted to get out, which would have been much higher. I would have waited. I would have been moving my stop here, which is where I was trying to do it. And then I would have moved my stop here. And then we can see actually on the next one, I would have been taken out up here. So I would have had a huge increase in my profit, really. Well, not huge, but I would have had an increase in my profits. So I was in at 690, out at 740. Move this up it was good, 740. Yeah. So actually, when I was when I was moving the stop up on the ladder here, I was trying to follow the actual price action as it was going up. You can see this is moving, this ladder. So as I was moving it up, it just so happened that when it reversed on this candle, it took me out really high. So actually that was a great trade, but I still would have been following the candles as they went up and up and up. So I still would have had a great profit, but I did get pretty lucky there. Anyways, that's a $500 win on this one here. So I went in on this one again. We'll just go to the end here. I went in again over here. Okay, let's take a look. So I'm looking at going long here. This didn't work out 100% for me, because I'm still getting used to this system of trading on this ladder. So let's take a look. I am looking at going long on this because I did have this green. It looked like it was bottoming here, and I did cross. So on this candle, at the end of this candle, I went in, and I was filled at 712, and I'm waiting to move my stop. So I moved my stop too quick, actually. I got out on the same candle. So that was, yeah, that was an interesting. So I basically was in and out on that same candle there. I got taken out very quickly. But in the end, you know, I lost $10. That's not nothing crazy. I think this one ended up dumping. Actually, yeah, it did. It ended up dumping. So that's why I move my stops up and I keep them close, because you're either breaking out or bailing out. So you're either right or you're wrong. So in this instance here, we get another one of these. Bam, slap. But you know, on the end of the day, we did really, really well. We did $380, so we do get a bit of applause. Thank you very much. Welcome to the ichiMoka trading strategy, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back on Monday.